The eThekwini Municipal Strike has entered its second week, and we've seen the destruction that has been caused by the strike. We do know that 79 workers have been issued with letters, and we do know that 13 have also appeared in the Durban Magistrates Court and will be appearing again tomorrow on charges of public violence. But to talk to us about the concerns on the ground, especially for those workers that want to work and the intimidation that they have been receiving, I am joined by the eThekwini DA leader, caucus leader, Mzamo Billy. Thank you so much for joining us, Mzamo. Obviously, we saw yesterday very disturbing images coming out of that one gentleman that was stabbed. Have you got any more information with regards to that?
Look, it was quite an unfortunate situation. What we know for now is that that was a municipal employee who drives a water tanker and who had simply just gone there to fetch more water so that he could provide to the community as it's supposed to do. But unfortunately, we are told that a vehicle stopped him and unknown people then stabbed him on his head, which is extremely unfortunate and certainly not what we want to see. And we hope that there will be a firm action by law enforcement authorities to hold those individuals or that person accountable.
I know that you said the DA is concerned about this intimidation, but has there been other incidents such like this?
Look, what we know is that there have been incidents or strong allegations that employees who are not part of this illegal protest are being intimidated, are being threatened by the few that are involved in this illegal protest, and therefore they are not comfortable to go out and work. Now, that's very concerning because we obviously don't want a situation where the majority of workers do want to assist the communities, do want to work, but then you find a very few mischievous people that want to bring the municipality to a complete standstill, stopping other workers from working. And that is a huge concern for us, but it only points to one thing, that the city doesn't have a leader, it doesn't have a strong mayor, it doesn't have a city manager, it doesn't have a firm leadership that can take control of what's going on and ensure that the leadership is in charge. But instead, a union with just a few people are holding the city at ransom and are threatening the lives of people in the city, and that can't be allowed. We can't allow that.
As a DA leader caucus here in eThekwini, I'm sure there are talks behind the scenes, and there has been confusion with regards to whether the strike is over or not. Can you give us more clarity on this? Is the strike continuing or has it been called off? Because we have, as a media, been receiving conflicting reports.
Look, the only reason there is confusion around whether the fact that there is strike or not is because there is poor leadership in the city. It points to that direction, that the mayor doesn't know what he's doing, the city manager doesn't know what he's doing, and no one knows what they are doing. And that's why you find that there is a vacuum in terms of communication of whether the strike exists or it doesn't. But what we can say is that because services are not being brought as normal as it should, there's still areas that doesn't have water for weeks. There are still areas that doesn't have electricity for weeks. The refuse is piling up in the CBD in most communities because refuse collection is not happening. Now, that can only mean that there is still a protest that's going on. But until such time that the city mayor, the city manager, and relevant officials, they come out and they put a strong, firm commitment to the people of the city that they are in control, we will not know what's going on. And that's why we as the DA still hold the view that this city has got a leadership vacuum, and there's just no one who is willing to take charge and ensure that it's not unions that control the direction of the city, but it's the elected leadership that should be in charge, that should be giving guidance, and that should be on the side of the residents in times of crisis. But that's not what we're getting from the current mayor of the ANC.
Thank you very much. Well, that was Mzamo Billy, the DA leader caucus here in eThekwini, just talking to us about the concerns that the DA has with regards to intimidation of some of the workers who want to work. We do know that we have now entered the second week of the municipal strike here in eThekwini, and we have seen the refuse really piling up. We have spoken to the union that has said that they are in meetings with the municipality, and we are going to wait for that outcomes of the meeting. We've also spoken to the municipality who says this is going to be at a national level. So SALGA is deliberating with regards to the wage increment, and they will be furnishing the media with more information with regards to that. In terms of whether the strike is ongoing or not, it remains to be seen. We are still waiting for confirmation from the municipality, but as you heard there, DA leader, caucus leader of eThekwini, Mzamo Billy, just saying there that there hasn't been any communication in terms of the caucus, in terms of the political parties, and no one really knows what's happening on the ground. It's back to you in studio.